Ni hao, everyone. Anonymous here, back with Chapter Nine's recap and review of Kuroneko to Majo uh, Kyoushitsu, The Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom by Kaneda Yousuke. Chapter Nove is a supernova of fun humor as we have a slice of life palate cleanser now that we've ended the Gemini arc. This chapter is entitled, excuse me, this chapter is entitled Spica and Aria, as it starts out in Claude's potion making class, using mandrakes that the student found in the forest in last chapter. The caster does attend class, and both Libra, here at the bottom, attempts is weird, and Leo is attempts to be even weirder, in a coven full of 12 crazy people. And then we see every day after normal class, Claude has been doing private tutoring with Spica to make sure she doesn't fail. At the root of her problem is she's not very creative. As Claude points out, that you have to have imagination, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with any form of magic, which in excuse me, which in Spica's case is controlling vines and roots. She just lacks imagination. Well, I can be that blunt in saying that Claude can't. So instead, he says she should hang out with her childhood bestie, Aria. Except Spica doesn't see it that way. In her mind, they're enemies, or at worst, rivals. We get a quick flashback here where it seems that everything Spica could do, Aria immediately can do better and was more instantly successful at it. And it grinded Spica down somewhat, making her a little jealous. But Arya is one of the best in their coven, if not the best. So Spica has to swallow her pride and ask Arya for the answers to the tricks of the Aquarius magic. But Arya doesn't want to say yes right away. She wants to embarrass her a little bit. But so she asks Spica to beg like a dog, which Spica immediately does. And Arya was surprised that Spica did. So she takes Spica to take a bath with her. After a long, relaxing spa session, she tells Spica that there is no real trick or secret. She just wanted to take a bath with her. Bada bing, if you know what I mean. But really, the trick is to see something she wants to make out of water, learn how it works, study it, and then make it out of water. See, Arya thinks that Spica has a crush on Claude, and she just wants to get praised by him, which is, if we're being honest, probably about 80% of Spica's simple-minded motivation. So Arya challenges Spica to a low porn capture contest. If you remember the low horns, they're the little rabbit things with the horns that can sense magic. Uh, Spica has 1 week to practice, and whoever captures more during a set time limit, 7 days from now, wins. And to make things more interesting, the loser has to do whatever the winner says for a day, to be a servant, basically. Spica then storms out and to train, as she has no interest in catering to Aria's every whim. Meanwhile, we see in this page we see some of Aria's inner thoughts. She does not like to tease Spica, but she enjoys hanging out with her. And since Spica is spending so much time with Claude, Aria is feeling a little lonely, though she probably won't admit it herself. So we see here a little quick training session of Spica studying herself and learning how things work. And after a week, we begin the grab the most low porn challenge. Spica went through immense training to learn a new move, and the challenge begins. Arya is very powerful. Remember, she won the grab the most low porn battle prior to the Gemini arc, and she uses her Aquarius magic to capture 5 right away. That doesn't deter our hard-headed heroine, and she shows off her mastered new move, a giant catapult made out of roots. Using this massive medieval tool, sorry, I can't help myself. Using this massive medieval tool, she launches herself towards the Lowborns, figuring that if they sense magic, she'll just capture them the good old-fashioned way with her hands. And, and sure enough, after taking what is likely permanent brain damage and some massive visual trauma, she's able to grab one, her first one. And she then tells Arya that she's her rival and she will beat him. Arya, Arya laughs it off, thinking that they're not even in the same ballpark. But she does think it was pretty impressive what Spica did in her own way. But in the end, it was too little, too late. Arya was able to capture 20 low points to Spica's 10 and was declared the winner. Arya even said that she did well by her standards. Uh, Again, Spica told her she was Spica. Aria views Spica as more of a circus animal, but she would like her to maintain her friendship with her, and she can't wait to have lunch with her soon. And she's excited to have lunch with her. Sure enough, we see here at the bottom, at the end of the chapter, Arya is demanding that Spica physically feeds her food as she's wearing a very cute maid uniform. This isn't in a cover full of weirdos. Again, Spica's trying to stand out as the weirdest of the weirdos, at least according to her fellow students. Overall, this is a great breather chapter. We saw a bit more of how hard Spica is working and how hard-headed she is, and adding a little more color to her relationship with Arya past what we saw in chapters 1 and 2, which was very cute in that high school catty girl way. Next issue, based on what it says at the bottom, we find out who the leader of the coven is. My guess is on Arya based on this chapter. Uh, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's always great to hear from listeners. Uh, looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Talk to you later.